Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So in today's video I am going to talk about how you cannot save everybody. Like, you need to save yourself first before you can save everybody else. And I know it sounds selfish, but it is not. In because, like, if you cannot save yourself, how you are going to save others? I know it's a very noble thought, it's a very nice thought. It's like your heart is very kind that you even have the thought of helping others. But like, a beggar cannot help another beggar, a person who is suffering cannot help another person who is suffering, a person who is miserable by themselves cannot help another miserable person. And that is just the truth. You need to elevate yourself, you need to improve yourself, you need to be better by even 1% to help the other person. And that is just the truth. Like, even, like, not just monetarily, like, of course you cannot help others monetarily if you're not doing good yourself, but even mentally, physically, with your advice and anything in general. Like, suppose I'm not in a good mental state myself, I don't think any of my advices would resonate with anyone. So you need to be in a good mental state. You need to help yourself first. If you think you're struggling through something, you need to get yourself out of it with others' help, and of course with a strong mindset and grit. But yeah, if you are struggling yourself, you cannot help anybody else in any area of their life, in any part of their life. That is just not possible. And sometimes it just becomes so impossible and hard that the other person starts hating you for it. Like, if I'm out here, if I'm an alcoholic who turned sober and I am giving advices to other person who is alcoholic, and I am giving them advices on all the pros and cons and all the good things basically of being sober and how they should give up on alcohol itself, but unless they really want to do it, you would seem like the one who is nagging. You would seem like the one who is always complaining and giving these lectures even when the other person is not interested. So this is the other thing about not being able to help others. First is that you need to be in a good state. And the second one is that most of the time, like, we think that people want to be saved, we think that people want help, but they don't. Like, even if they realize they do, they are not going to do anything with your help and your advice unless they really really want to do it. Now, I know a lot of people like this. I really see them, I see the potential in them, and I know how good they can do in your life, how good they can actually be. But unless they are on that path, unless they see it in themselves, unless they really want to discover and do it for themselves, they'll start hating you for it. They will think that you think yourself to be better than them. They will think that you think yourself to be this mighty, high, almighty, who is better than everybody else, who knows everything. So you are out here giving like advices and speeches. They don't need it, they don't want it specifically from you. Like, a person who is always giving out advices, like, when you're doing podcasts and when you are a spiritual person who has a lot of subscribers, I think like people would listen to you. But especially in our regular life, if there's a person who is always giving out advices, most of the people mock them, laugh at them, and they are like, okay, here they come again with their advices, here they come again with all of their speeches which nobody is interested in listening to. So most of the times when you're trying to help others, they don't want it. If they want it, they would let you know. So I think this really hurts in case the person is really close to you, because you want to help them so badly that you even take the insults, you even take the harsh words, just hoping that they would take your advice and your help. And they don't. um, First of all, they need to have that calling for themselves within, like, themselves. Like, if they are not ready for it, if they are not planning to do it, like, no amount of advice, no amount of like examples can teach them. Like, there are like a few people I know. Usually we think that when we experience something, we are like mature enough to understand it and not do it again and not repeat those same mistakes again. But there are people out there who have had those life experiences and they still want to be like that. I used to think that, okay, they are like this, they are not taking my help because they have not had that life experience yet. Once they have that life experience, they will relate to my advice and they will understand. But guys, I have wasted so much of my own time on this, because things like this have happened, like they have had the experiences, they have had the life experiences, and yet they could not relate to it, and you are still the nagging person. So in this case you need to like be distant yourself, like that is a totally different video. But what I really want to say is that like you cannot help those who don't want them, like who do not want your help, who do not want to help themselves. And specifically, like if you keep on trying, like you do not, like you are not the good person anymore, you are a burden. Like often the person who is trying to help, communicate, offer help, and be present and available, they, I don't know, the world does not see them to, like does not see them as a nice person, they see them as a burden. Like the other person, like see, like even if I have the best intentions to help you out, if you do not want it, it would seem like, oh my god, here she comes again, nagging and complaining. Even though I don't need to nag, I don't need to complain, because it does not help me in any way. Of course, it breaks my heart, it makes me sympathize with them, it makes me pity them. But yeah, like in these cases, you need to drop them, leave them alone, and work on yourself instead. And you know, working on yourself has like really major benefits and advantages. But another big advantage, and another not advantage but a good thing, is that when you work in yourself, when you do not put all that energy and effort into fixing others, but you fix yourself, and of course automatically your life gets better, because you will fix your habits, you will fix your lifestyle, you will fix your mindset, you will fix your personality. The other person sees it, the whole world see it. And when after fixing yourself you achieve something, be it physical, be it mental, be it any big or small goals of yours, that is when other people start taking your advice seriously. Now you cannot go out there and claim for big things, because the other person of course have a very valid point of asking, like who are you to say so. So yeah, like even when it comes to big advices like money advices or investment advices, if you are not doing it for yourself, the other, like the one you're advising, might ask you like, who are you to speak so, like who, like why are you saying that, what do you know? So in that cases, it's very important that rather than invest, like interacting with a broke person and helping them out and giving them money tips, you put that energy and knowledge into yourself and start investing, start saving your own money. And when it gives you the benefits and fruits, the other person will relate to your advices, the other person will relate to you, and they will understand that okay, they are actually practically following what they believe and what they know, and it's working for them. So maybe since I know that person, I should start following them. So that is how you can help others. Like do it for yourself first. Do it for yourself. Like this is why I tell you guys that it might feel selfish that you are not helping others. It might seem selfish that you are not open to the idea of helping others. You should and you can, only if the other person wants to receive it. But in most of the cases, like if they don't want to, don't go beyond like everything else to help them. Help yourself first. When you're in a good position, others will automatically listen to you, they will listen to your advice. If you're not in the position and if the other person does not want it, it will make you feel so small and so shallow, even if your intentions are good. And sometimes these situations and events could be such harsh life lessons that even on your good days you remember these and you're like, oh my god, like what did I do, why do I do it, why did I do it? Like these can be those regretful memories which I don't think anyone needs. And I think by now, by our age, a lot of us already know, like a lot of us already have experiences like this when we tried to like help a friend, help our loved ones, be it family, be it friends, be it lovers, partners, but they don't need the help or they don't appreciate the help. In such cases, most of the if in a case when they're case where they are tired from work, or if they are really not doing well, I think it's understandable, because the world is not easy to live in. But if the other person has the personality of not willing to understand your advice, specifically when it comes from you, I have seen people like that, like they will listen to other people's advice, but when it comes specifically from me, they are really not interested in listening to it. So this is when you distance yourself. Like fine, if you don't want to hear it, I will not share it with you. If you want it to work out for them, why not want it for yourself instead? I know again I'm telling you guys, it sounds selfish. It might be, but it's really helpful for you. So guys, that was all for this one, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.